calling again today for hopefully 30 minutes. I'm gonna share my screen and put a Pomodoro on it so you can see it, and just check that. So let's start the Pomodoro show window. The window. I'll do 45 minutes. I don't know why I don't have a 30-minute one here, to be honest with you. Let's go to settings. Let's do a 30-minute piece there. So here you go. So that's that. Is it? Hopefully, play seeking town during break. Okay, there you go. So there you go. So we've got 30 minutes on the clock, guys. I'm going to be doing some live cold calling. Let me. Do you want to tell the folks in my community, if you will, that I'm going to be doing some live cold calls, and we shall see how they will go. I'm going to load up our digital. So these are people that we connected with on LinkedIn. For the most part, they've forgotten who the frick we are, and I'm going to be calling just to, show you how we do it. So I've just gone live. I'm going on to. You know what? You guys can't see my screen. I don't think. Can you? Can you? Yeah, you can see my screen. So please do let me know where you're from and what's going on and all of that good stuff. I'm gonna just copy this link and I'm gonna share it with some folks to let them know that I'm going to be cold calling. Let's retry now. Let's see if we are able to get on. Okay, great. So Matthew is a chap that I was just telling some people now. So let me also share it with my internal group. Let me share it with my sales team. Ba-dum. So there you go. And I think there's another bloke I'm going to share it with, actually, because he's applying for a sales role, and life will not be the same if I don't. So guys, let's just make some cold calls. Basically, there's nothing more to it than that. Please do let me know if you're tuning in, where you're from, what you're up to, what's going on. I don't know if anyone's really listening, to be honest with you. This is more about my own level of accountability to try and keep the standard as high as can be. Let me get my team's calendar up. So I'm going to be booking calls for one of my team, Mr. Jude, pearlemon.com/Jude. I want to just try and get a couple of good calls in, basically. I'd like to try and book an appointment or two. That would be quite nice. So let's try. I called Hugh Miller at Tax Assist and I emailed those guys. I think, were you guys part of that call before? So Deepak, email sent to his colleague, and I've forgotten the colleague's name. But let's just call Greg Cantor now. Let's just see who Greg is, and let's try give Greg a call. And see what happens. Greg, he's a co-founder at Flip. What does Flip do? Let's have a look. Got my cat in the background waiting to be let out. Homes made to sell. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna let my cat out. So cool. So yeah, I let my cat out. So here we go. I'm calling Greg Cantor from Flip. 077 177 37 502 502 1359. It's called Greg.
Greg speaking.
Hi, sorry, is this Greg?
It is, yeah. Hi.
Hey, Greg. My name's Deepak. I don't know if you recall. I think that basically my colleague Heather connected with you on LinkedIn. I think it's a little while back now ago, but in regards to a company called Pearl Lemon, and about public relations, does any of that ring a bell to you at all?
It may well do, but it's not. It would be to my colleague Jody,
Ah,
who is head of growth slash marketing.
Well, can I give you a 30-second elevator pitch, literally 30 seconds, just to explain who we are, for you to deem whether it's relevant to introduce me to Jody?
Sure.
Okay, so long story short, I'm calling on behalf of a company called Pearl Lemon. We're a marketing agency. There's a couple of things that we specialize in. One of them would be making calls like this to book appointments with decision makers. So if there's a need to talk to people of influence within your company, then someone would make a call very similar to like the one I'm making now to book appointments into the diaries of your team. Outside of that, then it's stuff that you're probably already familiar with as well, which is helping companies rank on Google and doing anything that relates to getting Flip into major media press, basically. So public relations, and that broadly is what we do. Does that make any sense?
It does, and just out of interest, I mean, most people normally have kind of a PR agency separately to the marketing agency.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you guys combine them?
Yeah, it's a good question. So to be honest with you, I'm the founder, and I still like to do some cold calls myself. If I'm being honest, I built the whole overall agency from cold outreach, meaning that when I was starting the business a couple of years back, I needed to call people as the most fast way to try and build the business up. So because that's the place where I came from, but my actual core skill set at that time was ranking websites on Google. The core fundamental, if you like, of anything that involves building up relationships is outreach. So it's because of what we've done for ourselves internally has meant that we've ended up doing it for clients as well. So you're quite right that public relations and, for example, cold calling seems an odd combination. But it really was because when I started out the agency, I just needed to call people to try and drum up business as quickly as I could.
Interesting. Well, look, I mean, just full disclosure, we've actually just changed marketing agencies.
Ah, good.
So we're a bit locked in on that one.
Yeah.
We're looking at PR as a separate kind of exercise at the moment. So I'll mention to Jody that you've reached out and kind of I'll give her the second-hand 30-second elevator pitch.
Yeah.
And I will I'll if you drop me an email or something, then I can come back to you or introduce you to her if it's relevant.
Okay, all right, brilliant. Let me do that. I've got an email which is greg@flip.co. Is that the one?
Perfect.
Okay.
Double G on the end.
Perfect. And then I'm assuming, because I'm just on LinkedIn looking at your team, as a good business development person should do. Jody, is it Jody, just her first name at Flip? Because I can record a 30-second basically video intro to say, hey, it's Deepak, this is who I am. I just had a chat with you. Does that work for you?
Lovely. You can copy us both into the email.
Amazing. I will do that literally. It's 2:27 right now. You'll get it before 3 p.m.
Lovely. All right, Deepak. Thank you very much.
All right, brilliant. Cheers, Greg.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye. So, guys, I hope that you heard that call. I'm not really looking at the screen to see what people are saying, but we could be in potentially for some work. So what I'm going to do is I am going to record a quick video. Now my video may freeze while I make this video, but I'm gonna give this a go. Let's try and make my camera big, and let's do a video to Greg and Jody. Let's just do this window. Greg and Jody, if you're watching, hello. How you doing, sir and madame? It's Deepak. I just called you basically. So I'm calling from Pearl Lemon. One of the things we do is doing cold outreach, a little bit like this. The other thing that we do is public relations. So outreach, we do it for some luxury brands. Asteria is a good one. We do it for some company that sells diamonds. We do it for a private airliner. We do it for some people in the SEO space. I myself have been in Forbes, Huffington Post, TEDx, BBC. So we practice what we preach is what I'm trying to say. I'd love to potentially explore the idea of doing some public relations work for Flip. I hope that I pronounced that right. But lovely to meet you, and I shall keep my fingers crossed and hopefully talk to you soon. I'll also include a diary link of one of the chaps on my team. I'd love to connect him with you. He's a man that knows everything there is to know about PR. And I think that's everything. If you've got any other questions, let me know. Greg, Julie, lovely to meet you. Cheers. So guys, I'm gonna, hopefully you guys are seeing this. I've got no bloody idea what's going on. Give me a second. Let me check if there's comments. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, for anyone who's saying don't give the mobile out, guys, I trust you not to call people directly. It'd be really bloody odd anyway. So, hello, Greg and Jody. So that's Greg and Jody of Cantor. What I'm going to do is, so good to talk to you, Greg, and hello, Jody. So then I would add that in there. Then I would also add the link to Pearl Lemon. I need to add our direct PR page. Now I've got Greg's email there. So I'm hoping if I go to Flip, the website now, let's just check the audio worked. Yep, that worked. So Flip, flip.co, that's these guys. Guys, I've still got 18 minutes on the clock. My aim is just to have one good call a day so you guys can see how we do it here at Pearl Lemon. They've just got hello, but I've got Greg's. So maybe if I'm just going to confirm, I go to there, I go to people, I shall find the lady Jody, whom he referred to. Jody, there you go. Just spoke to Greg about you. Email landing shortly. So that's going to be the message I'm sending to Jody. I'm going to see if the extension, hold on, I think I've got an extension scrap. I think it still captures emails. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So scrap. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Enrich your prospecting with B2B information. We go to Jody here. We go into here, and scrap appears there. Does it? Does not support. Okay. So maybe in here, scrap email finder. Manually install on Chrome. That's a pain in the ass. Anyway, that's kind of annoying. If anyone's got an alternative, but for the moment, I'm going to just take a punt and think that because it's Greg, it's Jody at flyp.co, and we shall send that across in the hope it doesn't bounce. We shall then jump into here, and we shall then set the reminder. So, oh no, damn, and I didn't add my PR page, did I? So let's just go to PR London, jump into here, there. So that's that part there. So guys, let me just double check if there's any quick questions. That is good. So Scrap isn't getting me emails anymore, Vinay, it's saying, but maybe I need to install, maybe they've changed the way they do their integrations. So that was a bit of a pain because I was trying to, do I need to unpack this Chrome extension or something? probably it's going to tell me. So I will work that out on a different scrap. Show finder. Yeah, open. Yeah, that's that part there. Okay, manage extensions. Is it manage extensions, developer mode, unpack? Yeah, okay. So manage extensions, developer mode, load unpacked extension, grab the extension, select that, and video tutorial. Thank you for installing Scrap Email Finder. Scrap Email Finder. We jump back into Jodie's LinkedIn, and we are not logged in yet. Do you have an account? Sign up. Sorry, guys, about this. Sign up with have an account. Log in with Scrap. Oh no, we've got to log in there. We log in, and it's done. And now we try again. And do we have an email? Sorry, guys, I really don't like doing this stuff live, but should give you an insight into what we're trying to do here. Ivan, okay, so no, maybe I can just try and do a search. Okay, let's just see if that works. Does it say URL? Search by Jodie Sidaraski. Jodie Sidaraski. Not results found. No problem. Jump back in here. It's not looking useful so far. If anyone's got any suggestions, let me know. Meanwhile, I will annotate my sheets. We jump into here and we will write Deepak and email sent, follow up on Wednesday, let's say. So I mark yellow, anyone that's got an action. And we've got still 13 minutes on the clock. Let's try and call Ben Needham from Bespoke Retail Solutions. So we call that, close that. What was this? Flip, that's a site, nice site. Close that. Find Ben. Ben, founder at BNN and BRS Group. What do they do? Leading retail specialists. Okay, all right. Let's just call Ben. I don't really know. I've not looked into his details keenly enough, but I'm gonna try anyway. So 07470 954. Okay, cool. So let's call Ben. See what happens.
Hello, Ben Needham.
Hi, sorry, is this Ben?
Yeah.
Ben, my name's Deepak. I'm calling because I believe my colleague Heather connected with you on LinkedIn a little while ago from Pearl Lemon in regards to PR. Does any of that ring a bell or no idea?
God knows, mate. No idea.
It's okay. I totally understand. Look, I need 25 seconds, literally, just to explain why I'm calling, and you can tell me if it's relevant, and if it isn't, no problem at all.
Okay.
All right, brilliant. So long story short, I'm calling from Pearl Lemon. We're very simply a marketing agency. There's a couple of things that I would like to think that we do well. We make phone calls like this to open up appointments with decision makers. So we sometimes work with businesses that say, hey, Deepak, I'd like to talk to, these kinds of people. Can you set up appointments for me? Outside of that, we do things that you're probably also very familiar with, which is helping websites, whether it's, bespoke retail solutions or otherwise, rank on Google for keywords that are important to you, as well as actually run ads on Google. So really, they're the two kind of sides of the business, if you will. Appointment setting, a little bit like I'm trying to do now with yourself, and then also the kind of SEO Google side. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? Yeah.
It does, but we don't really need help with all that kind of thing. I mean, at the end of the day, to be frank, we've got more work that we can actually handle at the moment. So it's not something that's high on my agenda. I'm about to open offices in 2 different places around the world. So this is not something that's high on my agenda right now. So So, but thanks for the call, but it's not something I need help with right
now. When you've got your offices up and running, is it? And again, feel free to say, just tell me the truth of it. Is there any value, for example, in me ringing you and X, months down the line, say, when the offices are set up, and you say, well, actually, hang on, Deepak, the call that you made to me wasn't bad at all. I wouldn't mind speaking to you a bit more about it. Is there any scope for that, do you think, down the line?
Frankly, I don't think so.
Okay.
And that's just the reality of it. I mean, we don't have issues getting introductions to clients or anything like that. We're absolutely fine, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I thought I'd make the call.
No, it's fine, man.
Yeah, no. I appreciate your time, Ben. And I've got an email for you, Ben at Bespoke Retail Solutions. Can I just send you kind of a one-liner? This is what we do, Ben. If it ever becomes relevant, think of me, kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, Ben. Listen, I really appreciate your time, buddy. I'll send that email across right now, and it sounds like it's going well. So full power to you, mate. And all the best, as I say.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Cheers, Ben. All right, bye.
Bye.
So guys, didn't get anything there, but it was a pleasant call. So there is a way, damn. So Jodie's email did not work. That's bloody annoying. Jodie at FLP. I thought that would work. Well, I'm going to have to trust in Greg because I can't be bothered to find her email. But it's amateur on my part. I should have asked him for her email. I did send her a connection request on LinkedIn anyway. So maybe she's already accepted it. Let's just have a look to see if she has. Lorraine accepted your invitation. Nope. Sham, I cold called him earlier. There you go. He sent me a connection request. I'll respond to that in a bit. Well, I'll accept it. But I'm gonna just send some general due diligence across to B2B lead gen template. SEO. General due diligence email. That did not work at all. Okay, fine. What I'll do is great to talk to you just now, Ben. Sounds like things are going really well. If you ever do need a marketing team, please think of me. Haha. And I didn't include Jude's email, my team's calendar link in this video I sent across. That's really bloody annoying. So that was, again, amateur hour. So there you go, guys. I'm sending across and some useful. I'm going to try and get one more call in before we wrap it up. Due diligence for you. So we send that across. And then what I do is that message is sent, right? So then I jump into my email and I am going to, obviously I could be using reply.io. There's like a bunch of tools, but we could talk about that if you want to, hire us or whatever. Then we can go to like, not September, May, June, July, August. Let's do August on the 9th, save. And that message is snoozed until then. So let me just jump back into my comments to see if anyone else is asking me anything. Thanks, Vinay. Yeah, guys, please do keep watching. How many people have we got? Probably very little. 6. It's all good. It's all good. I've got time for probably one more call. I rang Ben, and that was no interest. Deepak email sent. I won't bother doing anything with that. Prominent property. See, there's all these property firms. Smart Host. Now, Smart Host could be more interesting. Let's have a look at Smart Host and see who these guys are. Give me a second. This is Jude's calendar. I've got Jenny. Let's have a look at Jenny, co-founder at Smart Host. Inquire now for investment opportunity. What do these guys do? Smart Host are a co-founder, CEO. What do these guys do? We're still calling companies that are a little bit too small. property lettings management. So I think they're property lettings management. Let's have a go anyway. Let's try and call Jenny. So Jenny, my love. That's Jenny. 46. Oh, 46. 074 684 684 23891. Okay, cool. Let's have a chat with Jenny. See what happens.
Hello.
Hi there. Sorry, is this Jenny?
That's me, yes.
Jenny, my name's Deepak. I'm calling because I believe my colleague Heather, she connected with you on LinkedIn a little while ago, perhaps now, in regards to PR. Does any of that ring a bell to you, or you don't remember at all?
I do, and your colleague called me on Friday. We discussed it with him already.
Ah, did Jude call you, did he?
He did. One of your colleagues, he called me on Friday.
Okay.
And we spoke already, so it's all good.
Okay. Is PR something that's not relevant to you at the moment? Then you mean?
Not at the moment.
That's okay. You know, Jenny, while I have you here, could I very briefly explain some of the other things that we do? It'll take probably about 20, 25 seconds, and then I'll be done. Does that sound reasonable?
Tell me.
Okay. So outside of PR, other things that we do are making calls like this. So we're pretty good, I would like to think, at setting up appointments with decision makers. So if there's ever a need for you connecting with someone who's of influence, then we would make calls on your company's behalf to set up appointments for you. And then outside of that, the other thing that we do is ultimately helping companies with the running of ads on Google, as well as, you know, doing SEO. So Jude might have already told you about both those sides, I'm not sure. But I thought I'd share that with you. So we set appointments a little bit like this, and we also will help a company if Smart Host wants to rank on Google. That's something we could also help with as well. Do any of those things seem useful to your business potentially?
Potentially, yes. And would you mind to put me an email regarding the services? We would like to consider that because potentially it may work. Yes.
Okay. Just out of interest, so I make sure that I send you the right stuff and not stuff that you feel this is interesting but not relevant to me. Which out of the things I said was the most useful to you?
Making the calls on our behalf to set up appointments is more specifically with potential clients.
Okay.
So calling the leads, like cold leads.
Yep.
And turning them into warm leads.
Okay, brilliant. And just out of interest, because I'm on your LinkedIn right now. I'm looking, of course, at Smart Host as well. This would be calling people for the potential investment opportunities that Smart Host offer. Is that the approach, or would it be different? Just so I can understand.
Yeah, might be, but probably most important is the leads for our services, really. Like we do property management.
Okay.
So calling the potential leads who would require our services. Because our marketing strategy, it applies quite a bit of cold leads.
Okay.
But we need to work them up.
Yeah.
Maybe you can, out of the expertise, I can tell you straight away that you are a good salesperson. Like, it's very nice to talking to you, although I'm not probably thought right away.
I understand.
I'm very specific, yeah. Yeah, but potentially.
Okay. You know, so you know the people, for example, that you have on your list, let's say your cold leads. Do you have what contact details do you have? Is it Deepak, we just have an email, or Deepak, we've got an email and a name and we've got a phone number, or how does it work? So I would know who I'd be calling. What information do you have about them?
We have information like phone number, email address, and the property location.
Okay.
And the service they potentially might be interested in.
Jenny, I promise you, if you have their phone number, we can book appointments.
Also, book appointment is good, but maybe it's also important that it's relevant. It's not just about the booking an appointment, but they kind of it's relevant.
I understand. It makes perfect sense. And let me ask you this: if, for example, and it does sound like this could be potentially interesting for you guys, would it be yourself, Serge, and Jamshed? I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I'm so. Would it be all three? Would it be all three of you who would make the decision together, or who is the person who decides whether you work with, an external marketing partner or not?
It's myself, and obviously I will discuss it with the guys.
Yeah.
This is something new we haven't worked with, and also please bear in mind that the market is still a bit shaky.
Yeah.
So probably won't be jumping straight on.
Of course.
It's a little early.
I understand.
But there is a potential. I'm not saying that we need it right away.
I understand.
There is a potential.
So why don't we maybe I can send you some details across, of course, like you said, but what about maybe having a kind of a quick call about it, maybe, for example, next week, once you and we can take that time to research your website a little bit. You'll obviously have very specific information you can give us about the kind of people we'll be calling, if we did this together, and we can at least on that call, even if we don't work together, we can at least discuss, well, Jenny, this is, if we were in your shoes, this was how we would approach them, and you can maybe make an assessment on that call as to, Deepak, I really, I do like that idea. Let's move forward, or Deepak, that's a nice idea, but maybe still not right now. Does that seem reasonable to you, to have a kind of a deeper conversation specifically about your needs next week?
Not in the immediate future, because we are very busy at the moment. Like in the next month, we won't be doing any of those considerations, I'm afraid. Maybe in a couple of months' time, that would be possible, but definitely not next week, because there's a lot on our plate already.
No, I understand. What about this then? Because I completely understand where you're coming from. It's really busy right now. The 17th is coming in. The economy's opening up. Why don't, once things have settled down, what about, for example, in June? So that's like a couple of weeks away now. We could do maybe, for example, the first week of June, just to have a brief conversation about it. So, for example, we could have a conversation on maybe the 2nd of June, which is a Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Would that be, for example, a time that we could just keep it in the diary so we can think about it then, and I can prepare, a few days before the call, and then Jude and I, my colleague who called you on Friday, we can maybe just present to you and your team a little bit of a plan.
June, you said. Okay, you put it in the calendar, and if for some reason doesn't work, we go to reschedule it.
Yeah. No, I understand. So that's just to make sure that this day and time works for you. It is, I beg your pardon, it is the 2nd of June, which is a Wednesday, and at 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June. Does that sound okay to you? Sorry, say again?
Can we do a bit later in the afternoon?
Oh, yeah, of course. What time? So on that day, on Wednesday.
3 p.m. Well, it's difficult to say what I'm going to do in Wednesday in a month, but definitely morning for the team meeting and stuff.
So what about 3:20?
Yes, okay, yes, let's do that.
Did you say 3:20 is okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just to confirm, 3:20 on the 2nd of June, which is a Wednesday. We can have a call then to discuss it more.
Do you have my email address?
I think I do, because I did my research before I called you. Is it jenny@smarthost.co.uk? And
I need to go now, so put everything else in the email.
I will.
Let's take it from there.
Should I include anyone else for that meeting, Serge or Jamshed?
No, that's just me.
Okay, all right, Jenny, listen, have a good day. My name's Deepak. You'll get a meeting confirmation in the next 15 to 30 minutes, and just thank you for taking the call. I really appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too, Jenny. Bye. Okay, guys. We kind of ran out of time, so that was Jenny. Hold on, I've got to write down her name so I don't fucking forget. Smart Host, and I've got to book the meeting in. with my colleague Jude. So let me just send this across to Jude, and bum 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 bum. God, what is going on? Sorry, guys. So I'm trying to do this all together, as you can see, and it's quite challenging. But as you can see here, I've got an appointment. We were able to flip her, and I think that it could end up being pretty good. So I'm going to now book that into Jude's calendar. So Jenny, and that's her email. That is not the right email. It's this one. Insert your preferred contact details. So I'm going to go ahead and do this after, just after I get off right now. Let me just see if there's any questions. Okay, guys. So that was me, live cold calling. And if we can support you with any of your cold calling journey, then do let me know. Yeah, no. Talk to you guys soon. Catch you tomorrow.